so surprised. I'm so surprised. Y'all been in church 2 hours and you're expecting to see heaven out here, and there ain't no heaven. You're still right here on hear the black man's truth. No, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. You've been down on your knees the last 2 hours, haven't you? Begging some God to help you in the hereafter. But the hereafter is right now, brother. The hereafter is here and now.
We a series of amendments and leather African pendants, handguns and incense. Liberation's expensive. Earned by studying love, books and bloods, the crooks and thugs, the capitalists loves. They the enemies of the people because the words written replace where the innocence was. Searching for knowledge to escape what ignorance does. So we earn liberation by rejecting what was.
You got to earn your liberation.
All right.
Yeah. What's up, good people?
What up, Africans?
What's up? You pleasant surprise. What's up, Skip?
Man, not too much, man.
You here to collect your money, right? I think Geechee went to get it. Geechee's at the bank right now. He's sitting in the bank lobby right now. He's about to get your funds. So.
Skip sitting in Geechee's living room right now. He said, "Don't come home till you got my money."
So Geechee's on top of that. He just texted me. He's about to have your money. Geechee better.
But while you sitting there in Geechee's living room waiting on him to return, I did what I mean. I wanted to at least take advantage of the. Whoops, I muted myself. I wanted to take advantage of your presence to ask. I wanted to invite you to say a word or two about this flyest intro that we now have.
Hey man,
and I want to hear how you poured over your notebook for months, stressed. How am I gonna write this verse?
Well, so the real thing is the pressure was actually on, not because anything other than how much I was begging and pleading behind the scenes for y'all to do this. So after it was like, yo, it's a go. So the hardest part really was making the beat. So after that, like after I got the beat and I was like, this would the show feel like, then the words just kind of came. But yeah, man.
I have
greatly
a question.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
I have a question. Was leather African pendants a shot at me and Jared's advanced age?
I had
seen nobody in a leather African pendant since 1997.
I was gonna say I didn't even think of it that way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm old enough to have had a leather African pendant. I had one.
Oh, you had one too? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I won't take it offensive.
Yeah, no, man.
So we have another special guest though this week that I'm very happy about, and especially since the only criticism that has ever been made about this show ever in any space anywhere has been the imbalance, the gender imbalance, and so I like that we've now made some sort of corrective measure on that, at least for today. And have done so in grand fashion. So I'll bring Dr. Brown to the stage. Dr. Erica Brown to the stage.
Hello. I can't believe you said the only bad thing that has been said about
what
the
else
show
could there have been said?
Is the gender imbalance. Like,
yeah, whatever.
I know,
what else?
I know atheists, but it's Sunday and you lying early on Sunday. Like,
there's other criticism of our show.
That's
absolutely
crazy.
not.
Well, I think the other criticisms are targeting individuals on the show, not the show as a whole.
Okay.
Oh, I
okay.
see.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm just glad I'm not in the room with you while you're making such proclamations. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world.
Welcome.
To everyone. Thank you.
If anybody is not aware, do you want to say anything about who you are? Dr. Erica Brown, I think, is the foremost cutting edge researcher, theorist, and documentarian the history and mythology around financial literacy. And is the co-host of Brokish Podcast. And anything else you want to say about yourself?
I wish I were all the things that Jared thinks I am. But yeah, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl living in a patriarchal world, and I'm
Oh, not anymore. Men are oppressed now. We need men studying
Oh, no.
and have been in this movement.
Yeah.
you know what? I'm
sorry, y'all won. Just
Yeah,
take the
Dr.
victory
Brown.
lap.
Dr.
Women
Brown,
won.
when the Heritage Foundation has come out to save Black men,
Loneliness, we're suffering a loneliness epidemic. So we're not going to let you sit here. Just take your victory lap and move on. Now, men are the oppressed now. The oppressed.
If I were honest in this moment, which I'm going to be honest in this moment, and I shouldn't be because the internet is not a place for nuance. But I do have, there's a small corner of my heart that I devote to, I'm going to say this, please don't beat me up because I have a reason for it, that I devote to people who subscribe to Black male studies and also to ADOS people. I'm going to say that.
Jared, she calling you out.
No, I've understood. I've understood this gray area of perhaps slight disagreement between us, and that's fine.
It's not disagreement at all.
But that, or whatever, or however. So I don't have a problem with it. And again, for me, just to be clear, my issue has never been with the proclaimed field as much as it has been about the individual behavior of some of its adherents. So that's it.
Yeah. And all I'm saying is, whatever
in
y'all
both cases,
about,
actually,
whatever y'all talking about don't mean nothing because the Heritage Foundation,
right?
According to Leah Boggs, the Pew Charitable Trust has said Black men need help, and at that point,
it's off the rails. It's off the rails.
Yep.
Yes.
I for a long time, we need to bring about men's studies, straight pride parades, and White History Month. We about to bring balance to the earth.
It needs it.
So I think the earth is bringing itself balance because this is so
the Heritage
sad.
Foundation is like Black men need our support.
I mean, I never thought
because Lindsey Graham is gone. Like, so the earth is trying to heal itself. Just small steps. Small steps.
Listen. Dr. Brown, this is our first time meeting, at least to my knowledge.
Call me Erica, please. I hate the Dr. Brown thing, please. But it's lovely to meet you, Skip.
Well, here's the thing, Erica. When I mentioned that you were going to be on to my wife, and I was like, this not, Dr. Erica, this like Dr. Brown. She was like, oh, okay. Oh, so she's not going to be Diallo's wife? And I was like, no.
Skip.
No.
Wow.
I told you that I was a polygamous incompetence. You want to slow down, man, and don't be looking. I don't need your help. I can.
That's how rumors get started. Yes.
Yeah.
We had a yes. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let me.
No.
I'm sorry. Go. Let's all recenter. Let's all take a moment.
I admit I feel compelled to explain the joke. Maybe this august audience doesn't need it, but I feel compelled. Does anybody else feel compelled? I don't want to ruin it if not necessary.
Not it's inside pool. If they don't know,
okay. If they don't know, okay.
If they don't know,
to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We
know.
Okay, that's fine.
We do know. Okay.
All right, recenter. Okay, let's get serious. It's a solemn day. We lost Graham.
What I was going to say related to Graham, though, is that I should not be laughing at this because it's not appropriate, but there was somebody that just posted like basically a eulogy to Senator Graham talking about how this person is a trans person, and they were like, I wouldn't be able to afford anything in my life without the contributions of Senator Graham. Like, Senator Graham gave me thousands of dollars for my services.
I was about to say, was this notice posted in the men's room stall in DC, in downtown DC somewhere?
Y'all spreading
apparently
rumors.
He was very generous.
Y'all spreading
I'm
rumors.
telling you what other people said.
That rumor, I think it's past rumor.
Trump Trump said everybody know.
Well, then you know it's real. Just like when the Heritage Foundation is on the case for black men, you know now he's serious. Now.
So now he actually finally
if
do dead drops in hell.
If Lindsey Graham took his honey pack and didn't make it,
do dead drops because he is free and liberated. Shout out to the Graham.
Yeah, if Lindsey Graham gone off a honey pack and didn't make it, you know what I'm saying? At least he did. At least he died doing what he loved, fucking over poor people.
Look, there it is.
Look,
he died doing what he loved.
That is hilarious. But yeah, so shout out to Senator Graham.
Yeah, but I think we get to laugh, but I don't think we get to celebrate. Because who was it? Dick Gregory said that you don't get to celebrate your enemies dying of old age, but we are gonna laugh at it.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
We can mock.
I like that.
Yeah, we can mock him, but like we're not gonna we're not celebrating. We just laugh. And you know, I care as much about him as he cares about us.
So, what do y'all think? So, you all are all husbands, right? So, what would you think that if you had some sort of an illness that placed you in the hospital, and your wife were to go to China while you were battling said illness? How would you feel about that?
Oh, I don't have to speculate.
Oh,
I had an emergency appendectomy, and my wife kept her flight and was on her way out of town. So she was like,
that's cold.
Well, I have the opposite. I would wish that she would, because I got the kind of wife that come in and try to shut the whole thing down, calling down the hospital administrator, asking for the credentials of all this professional.
Oh wow. He froze up. He was speaking so well of his spouse. She pulled
the internet on him. She pulled the plug.
And I'm getting hostile text messages. Let me just clarify. It was all jokes. There's way more detail and nuance to that. It's just a running joke that I have. I was well taken care of. I was well loved and cared for. And of course, I would not have had the appendectomy had my wife not made me go to the doctor when I was being resistant and claiming that the pain was something else. And then I went to the doctor. Yeah, exactly. He dies. But when I went to the doctor, he said, I was saying I got this pain, and I actually thought it was associated with my back. And he said, do a jumping jack. And when I couldn't even get my arms above my head, he said, stop. A cool brother too. He said, stop, go immediately to the emergency room. And I said, can I at least stop and get a book or something? He's like, no, go immediately to the emergency room. And then he said, your wife saved your life. And so, because I was not going to go, I was folded up doing that. I can handle it. I'm good. I ain't going to no doctor. And so no, it was not. I was not abandoned. The timing was a little funny though. It was all right. My bad. Go ahead. Yeah.
Here's a further brick in the wall of husbands talking about wives. It is also another brick in the wall for why Diallo and Jared may be correct about atheism. My wife's former minister at her home church, his wife moved away to Texas while dealing with cancer, and this man never missed a Sunday.
Well, I mean, y'all not beating the ain't shit claims. Like, not today. Y'all not beating the ain't shit claims.
But I'd like to say, if me and my wife were pulling multi-million-dollar scams, engaged in illicit trade and selling foreign secrets and facilitating genocide, and she had to go overseas to bury some documents or shred some documents, I'd be like, go, shoot, yeah. No point in you going to jail while I'm in hell. So yeah. I genuinely think she went over there to tie off some loose ends, because I mean these people are high level criminals. Which
for those of us who are a little bit
criticized by NDIRE, but these are the true scammers, boosters, hustlers, and the real ops. So we know that these righteous head rap celebrities ain't got no smoke for them. But I think that she went there like, oh crap. You know,
who is the she that we're talking about? I just want to make sure I'm keeping up. Okay,
Lindsey Graham's wife, when he was on his way.
Mitch McConnell's wife.
Mitch McConnell. No, Mitch
McConnell. I'm confusing my dead white men. They need to slow down. They dropping like flies. Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
Who's definitely an alpha heterosexual. Mitch McConnell. His wife, upon him entering the hospital, went overseas and booked a flight when he was in extreme medical distress. And I think she went to China, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And the rumors are that he is, yes, in fact, not still alive, but those are just rumors at this point. I don't know.
Well, yesterday, Mitch McConnell was visited, Lindsey Graham said yesterday publicly that he was going to visit Mitch McConnell and confirm.
Wow.
I'm not lying. I saw it this afternoon. He said he was going to have words with McConnell. So
he died 2 years ago unofficially. That's hilarious.
And they clone Gucci Mane, but they can't clone these white men, these high level white men.
How you saying they clone Gucci Mane? Where'd that come from?
Everybody know they clone Gucci. They ain't the real Gucci.
Yeah, they clone Gucci.
Nobody told me.
That's been one of the biggest stories in the hood for the past decade.
That's probably
even Gucci had to address it. Like, man, I ain't no clone, man.
But this is what I'm saying, Diallo. Why are you talking about? This is the thing. First off, there's no contradiction. Gucci, I think, is from Birmingham, so he is a real Southerner. Why every time you go to talk about somebody from the South, you go to change your voice, Diallo? Like, what's the?
Because I want to give accuracy. Why y'all talk like that?
What?
In the South.
Who are you talking? Who is the y'all are talking to?
Southern folks. Y'all been in this country for as long as us Northern folks, and y'all won't speak the Queen's English. Everybody know the Southern drawl.
Wow. You don't even know how different these dialects are. Like, be for real.
And all I try to do, if I'm going to talk about somebody from the West Indies or Nigeria, I just want to represent as accurately as possible.
Okay, Jerry, can you pull back Gucci Mane back up, please?
I didn't. I wasn't the one doing that.
Oh.
Yeah.
You never heard that Gucci Mane is a clone?
I did not hear that. Just because he got some veneers, the man is a clone?
No, he lost weight.
Like he lost weight. Like
he got sober.
Oh my gosh.
He stopped committing daily minor offenses and violating his parole and probation. He ain't been back to jail in what, 6, 7, 8 years?
Wasn't there a latest thing that happened with Gucci Mane, or am I getting people confused?
Oh yeah, his artist Pooh Shiesty robbed him on camera. But that whole Pooh Shiesty thing, I don't want to bring you down, Dr. Brown. I don't want to bring I don't want to start, clouding your,
sullying your good name.
Right. So this type of Pooh Shiesty is facing life in jail. And
over the record contract, because he went down there to the studio and he was like, "Let me out the contract."
Up. And then he taped Pooh Shiesty and Gucci were standing shoulder to shoulder, and on the other side of them was a man with a Draco, and he said to Gucci hey, tell him I'm out my contract, and so Gucci was like, "Man, you out your contract, man."
First off, why are you talking like that? That is not.
That's how Gucci talks. Okay, Gucci said, well, I agree. The terms of our contract are unjust. Therefore, I release you to pursue your own interest and generate your own revenue independently, of which I will receive no compensation. That's what Gucci
said. Draco? You're not giving enough information.
And it was on tape. And so
Where are you from?
I'm from
Gucci
Houston.
snitched. Gucci in the past said, I will never snitch. I'll never go to the feds. I'd rather die than snitch. Then he gave a statement to the police and the FBI. Then he came out with a song called Crash Dummy, where he was so mocking Pooh Shiesty and acknowledging the crimes of Pooh Shiesty. So Gucci has lost all credibility. And people are running up to Gucci in the streets now, the Gucci clone, not the OG Gucci, and calling him a snitch and saying they won't listen to his music anymore.
Well, Diallo, first of all, thank you for that. Really great reporting. Very thorough. I appreciate that. What I don't appreciate is Lateef, you and Skip, just because I don't know what a Draco is. I don't know. Okay, I don't know.
Oh, you know what a Draco? You know who Young Draco is. See, a Draco is two things. It's either a Soldier Boy, tell him, or it's a semi-automatic rifle that's popular amongst Southern gangsters.
Skip looks so confused. Like,
he's confused by you.
Draco, they talking about.
That's so funny.
If somebody says Young Draco, they talking about Superman. They talking about Soldier Boy. If they say the Draco, they're talking about the assault weapon.
Okay, thank you.
It's real cool. It's got like a molded wooden handle. I'm not into guns. I'm not from the South.
Yeah, like that I'm saying. Like you need.
I actually support gun control.
Do you know Beyonce?
I'm from Houston. Don't even do that.
I mean, you don't know what a Draco is.
Don't even do that.
You're surrounded by guns.
In the suburbs, y'all need to stop.
Come, hey, Dr. Brown, come on up here to the north.
Houston is so big, the suburbs is still Houston.
I live in Dallas now, but I'm from Houston though.
Oh, you live in Dallas?
Not from Houston.
Not in
but
Dallas.
I rap a lot.
By Dallas, you know.
Pack the gat a lot.
Listen,
Dr. Brown.
The other night we were playing the.
A gat, by the way, is also a gun.
Don't do that.
in rap slang.
Don't do that. From 30 years ago. But see, a Draco must be new. See, that's why. But we was playing the financial literacy drinking game, and I have not had a lot of these experiences. I just have to be honest. Like, I've seen the stuff because I have a family. Of course, I'm Black. I get it, but I have not personally experienced a lot of these things.
Oh,
yeah.
And I do want to shamelessly plug that drinking game is going to premiere for the public in a slightly edited form tomorrow night. If folks want to check out Dr. Brown and Amber from Brokish and me and Renee from Saturdays with Renee playing the financial literacy drinking game, Broke or Brilliant. And I think that when Amber gets the rap version of that game that she said she was going to do, we should bring EYL into that as well.
I don't drink
so
you can play with your oat milk latte.
Okay.
I mean, it's just,
I don't know what a latte is either. I don't know what's in a latte. I don't know what a cappuccino. I don't know the difference between a cappuccino, a latte, and a black coffee.
Over.
I don't know. I don't drink coffee. How about that?
I thought we was bringing on a educated,
a real one,
sophisticated PhD.
No coffee.
But you know what a latte is.
I heard your libations. Exactly.
I don't know what's in a latte. Like, I don't know how a latte is different from a cappuccino or a frappuccino. I don't know.
It's the milk.
I don't know.
It's the steaming of the milk. It's how you do the milk. And they both have espresso bases.
I don't know what espresso base is. I don't know.
Latte has more milk, and the milk tends to be steamy and foamy, whereas cappuccino has flat milk in a much smaller portion. You probably drink Americanos.
I don't drink coffee.
How'd you
and
get
poor
through
Skip,
school?
I feel bad. I'm so sorry, Skip. Huh?
How'd you get through school without caffeine?
Jesus. You don't want to hear the truth, though, Diallo.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
I feel like
Yes, exactly. What are we doing today? Are we following Geechee's stand and fight sheet? Are we gonna pull?
No, I think we need to.
Are we doing?
I think today
Mm-hmm.
we need to get Dr. Brown her hood pass.
Wow.
We need to catch her up on all the hood shenanigans of the last 15 to 20 years.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't.
We already have
certain credentials. I don't want y'all to make it seem like I don't have any of these credentials. It's some like, especially the newer things I don't know. But
that's what you gotta do. Like, it's like you know Gucci's a clone. You know what a Draco is now.
I do.
You know that men are the truly oppressed gender. We started off with that, the manosphere. What's left? What's happening in the streets? What's update for the streets after that?
Don't do that.
I think you're up to date. Just go down to the DMV and get your hood pass updated, because I think those are the pressing issues. Oh, and scammers, boosters, and hustlers are the reason we're oppressed.
I do know Carisha.
Okay, and we're there.
You don't know karate, but you know Carisha. Is that what you're saying?
There we are. You're caught up. But
I don't know Cappuccino, but I know Carisha. Yes.
The Gucci left us a whole itinerary. We doing that?
Gucci.
Geechee.
And then I know Dr. Brown you had sent us in an email an update on the Sabra land.
Yeah, and I'm sad. I did not know that Geechee was not going to be here, because I have a bone to pick with him. But I guess I'll have to wait until some other time to be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's why he ducked out. Geechee.
Probably.
I was a little bit confused about that too, actually. I thought he was. I wasn't. Yeah, I think I wasn't clear that he wasn't going to be here at all. But what is the bone to pick though?
Well, I can't do that if he's not here.
Oh, no. This show has no standards or ethics. You can.
I'm aware.
While they're here, when they're not here to defend themselves, feel free to
That's his fault.
Well, see, you know what? That's how men work. Because the messiest person is a man. So
no, we're not emotional.
I don't work like
That's
that.
in the Bible.
We ain't all emotional.
That's in the Bible.
We're not emotional.
That's in the Bible. The messiest man. That's what you know as a man.
We are stoic.
That's in the Bible in red. Listen to me. That's a New Testament red ink. The messiest person is a man. Like
no.
But I'm not gonna do that, because women have codes, and I'm following the girl code here.
So what I just want to add is this is a testament to the importance of being raised in the real South, because you see how. It was like, oh no, I got something to say to your man, but when I see him, I'm gonna say it. That is how we live out here, and I just need y'all.
I know what on site is. Oh. How about that?
All right, on site.
Yeah. So, but no, it's not that deep though. Me and Geechee not gonna fight. Geechee's my homeboy. So, but when I see him, we gonna have some words.
According to Henry Louis Gates and his ancestry DNA stuff, the Gullah Geechee people are the only 100% black population in this country.
Who said
that? Henry Louis Gates, the dean of blackness and black studies. Just in case,
Henry Louis Gates that be on TV, like, give me your DNA and I'm gonna tell you a story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we say he the dean of blackness.
You didn't know? You didn't get the memo in your inbox?
The same dude that was like that worked at Harvard, right?
Works.
I was like, doesn't he still?
The one that got
same one that
they will carry him out of there. They will carry him out of there.
Yeah. Ain't he the one they called the police on when he was getting into his own house?
No. That's when he got reintroduced in a way to his blackness when his neighbor called the police upon seeing him try to get into his own house. And then he got the beer summit with Obama and Biden there for the white police officers.
And the racist cop who didn't apologize, who looked annoyed as hell to be there.
No, he didn't apologize, and he said I stand on that. And then his crew, his boss, and his people stood on their business, and said there's nothing to apologize for, and he didn't. And then they went and then got a meeting with the president.
Well, the reason Obama called a meeting was not for Gates. Obama called the policeman an idiot. He said that a cop that would arrest a citizen, regardless of race, any cop that would arrest a citizen while standing on their own porch is idiotic. And then the policeman, the benevolent association, his captain, all of them condemned Obama. And like, how dare you call the men who put their lives on the line, the thin blue line between anarchy and civilization. And so Obama called the beer summit to apologize to not just that cop, but to all policemen who risked their lives. So the narrative that kind of got changed. The beer summit was not called as because, a prominent Negro got a little taste of the racism. It was called because Obama had ran afoul of the police, who hated him from jump anyway. They always hated him. But he was trying to clean up his own mess. And he was actually using the incident to clean up his own image. So it's even
correct.
Blacker than we remember.
That's correct.
Shout out to Barack Obama.
You say that because you don't want the feds on you.
Hey, listen, may he meet, go to that meeting.
Nah, he gonna plague us for a long time. I was just looking at his temple of Set. I was just looking at his, what do they call that shit? His Death Star that he put in my neighborhood.
His Death Star.
When the next time y'all going for coffee, Diallo?
Who?
You and Obama.
Okay. So now you act like you don't. See, that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
I
had an
Stop
opportunity.
acting like you don't have his number in your phone.
Listen, I'd be scared to sit across. Listen, I know some killers. I know some gangsters. I worked in trauma centers. I worked in prisons. And I've been across a lot of dudes who've done a lot of things. I've never been around an international war criminal. I've never been in the same room or sat across the table. I don't know if I could stomach
all
that.
right. So listen, so y'all can do all this.
Unless he's getting them lattes.
Erica, I'm assuming that you have not been to Diallo's in Chicago. I know Jared has, and I know I
have not.
Okay. So this is what
Jared bought me a latte.
Okay, so this is all I'm saying. When you
on the north side,
yes, he wouldn't come past Roosevelt. I invited him all the way to my house, to my hood. He said, "No."
I've been to Diallo's house. I've been to Diallo's house, and I think it's strange that he lives very close to Barack Obama and Louis Farrakhan.
Yes,
I just think that's strange.
Here's the thing.
Wow, was he at the funeral?
Chicago. Everybody in Chicago, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm on the other side of Cottage Grove, right? I'm on the east side of Cottage Grove. They on the west side. I'm in Bronzeville. They in Hyde Park. I just live on the border. I'm like,
how many miles we talking? 3 miles?
Skip said close. Diallo trying to paint this picture like it's some.
You can walk it, Diallo.
Yeah, I walk it all the time.
See,
because when I go out for a walk, I walk over there in Hyde Park.
Yeah, there you go. He walked to talk to his people. That's all I'm saying.
But everybody in Chicago knows Chicago is like there's very strict lines of class and hierarchy. I don't live in Hyde Park. I live on the
damn right, Shirley.
On Hyde Park.
Shirley acting like I should be ashamed. I'm not scared to say I'm scared.
Yeah,
I told you I was gonna take care. You see, Skip came through.
Yeah,
he's a rapper. He had on all that jewelry and had his entourage on and he came through. Nobody touched him. Pulling up in glamorous cars, Maybach. He came full rapper style, and he left with everything he came with.
All I'm saying,
I can protect the professor.
You can say whatever you want to about Diallo. You can say whatever you want to about Diallo, and you can listen to all these rants that he has. But when the boy go out to eat, let's just say he eats fruit and he's with the prayers.
Dead prayers.
That's all I needed to hear. I know.
Dead prayers. The only prayers I ever break bread with is dead prayers. Shout out to Stick.
All I'm saying is
M1.
Diallo walk around when he was walking me back to the car from his estate. I was like, bro, like, what's happening? And there was a dude walking down the street, and he was like, "Hey, man, tell the minister I'm right with him tomorrow." That's what he said.
Wow. Is he in the FOI? Wow, Diallo.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, it's actually Obama and Farrakhan are neighbors. They live like 2 blocks from each other.
Yeah,
But I'm curious. What happens
The
to what
polars.
happens to the NOI now that Farrakhan is gone? For anybody who knows, I don't know. Like, what happens in terms of?
his
Oh
wife.
wow,
His
Erica
wife.
just
I mean, yes, that is his wife. What am I talking about?
Okay, yeah,
What
his wife.
would happen
Wow,
to
careful.
Farrakhan? Sorry, I'm sorry. What
Oh,
would
it's
happen?
going to be a
Mother
power
Khadijah.
struggle because these cult leaders and fiefdom petty dictators, they never have a line of succession because it's a cult of personality. So there's no way for that's like Trump cultivating leadership after him. There is no world after them because with narcissists, the world dies with them. All relevance and meanings expire when they do. They are the fulcrum in the center of the universe. So what it's going to be is a power struggle. And just like when his leader passed on and his son popped up and you had all these fractions and branching off of cults, it's going to be a mess. Just like with Trump, when a cult leader, narcissist passes on, they always leave chaos in their wake. He should have named a successor and stepped down half a century ago.
Just because he's 90?
Well, if he was leading an organization and not a cult, that's how you do secession. I mean, leader for life is an extremely dysfunctional and toxic way to lead a nation or a group.
And all I'm saying is
that's why Ibrahim is never stepping down and never holding.
They both got a guy that they want to lead them. And I think he's the only person that can unite us.
Y'all wouldn't. The first thing I would do, man.
That's it. You heard him. The first thing he would do, Diallo talking for himself. Obama want Diallo to lead. The minister want Diallo to lead. And he torn. You know what I'm saying?
I think,
so
listen,
pressure.
a lot of our conscience, a lot of our organizations
got so much pressure.
Let me tell you, one evidence that an organization is extremely dysfunctional is that they have a leader for life and they don't have.
Let me ask y'all a question. Who was the first person that Diallo interviewed for his first radio show? Who was that person?
Minister
I didn't know Diallo
Farrakhan.
had a radio show.
Who was the first person you interviewed on your show, Diallo?
Dr. Jared Ball, the esteemed.
That's
Dr.
not
Jared
true.
Ball.
And I remind him of that every time, and he forgets. This is over a decade.
I didn't forget that I was on your show. I didn't know I was your
Who was on
first
before
guest.
you? Who did we call in before you?
Wow, Jared, you don't even remember that? No.
Oh, listen,
Jared.
but hold on. It's not done. Jared, what does your brother do for a living?
Oh.
See, you going down a conspiratorial path.
All I'm saying is,
use
your
So it is true. I will say that it is true that my brother is the last officially named national spokesman.
Use your common sense.
That's deep.
Ooh.
You just don't read, beloved.
You know what I'm saying? Beloved. That's it.
You just don't read, beloved.
I'm hearing the X-Files music.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta play three-dimensional
put it all
chess.
together.
You gotta play three-dimensional chess.
Man. But it digs every time. He's like, I've never been on your show.
I didn't say that. I just said I didn't remember being your first guest.
Every chance he get.
That's
What show? Chicago? Where that at? It was the 0 to 100 show.
That's messed up.
All I'm saying is,
because it was small time. He's like, what? Some little local radio station in Chicago.
What are you talking about? I was doing pirate radio. There's nothing
we weren't even
smaller
pirate.
than
We
that.
was on the signal. You can listen to us in the car.
You gotta read, beloved.
You gotta read, beloved.
And the station manager was like, who y'all having on? And I'm like, we ain't even, the show don't even get started. The show ain't even legitimate till we get Dr. Ball. And that's when we were like half music. We would play music and
oh my bad.
We played music and half of it was talk and half music hybrid type show.
That's all I'm saying. So when y'all be talking about this stuff and like what's happening in the culture, Diallo got his finger on it. He like why you think Obama came to Chicago, beloved? Like you gotta
I wasn't living here then.
You gotta use your you gotta use your common sense.
And then after you leave the show, forget you were ever here. If you really want to flex big and let people know how little you think of them, next time you come on and be like, remember we had you on the EYL show? You're like, oh, I don't recall that. Really? No. Yes, if you say so. If you really want to flex on them and let them know how much bigger you are than they are, then that's how you do it.
All I'm saying is,
so
once you open your pineal gland, it's gonna reveal.
So I wouldn't know, but theoretically, just to add one finer point to that. Theoretically, we wouldn't know if the minister had devised a succession plan. We wouldn't necessarily know.
Sometimes they're public when people do that.
I'm just saying they might be.
Why wouldn't we know that? Why wouldn't we know that?
I don't know. I'm just saying we wouldn't necessarily know. I'm just saying I think theoretically,
maybe for
I can
their
see
safety.
I don't know.
Put some vegan peanut butter cups on there. Let's make a bet. I promise you, there will be no ceremony, no peaceful transition, no stability. It will be chaos, just like when Elijah Muhammad passed. What you want to bet? And there are going to be at least 3 or 4 new factions of the NOI that emerge, with each of the leader of the new faction claiming to be the true inheritor and the true messenger. I promise you, at least 3.
All right, so just for the sake of having fun, I will bet that they have learned lessons and there will be a peaceful transition of power within the Nation of Islam when the minister passes. And we could get, you know, what do you want to do? Like a bag
organic.
Justin's organic vegan peanut butter. However we would do that on over virtual. No, Justin's vegan peanut butter cups.
Let's double it up.
I wasn't
the Justin's chocolate M&M candies and the peanut butter.
How much do they cost? I'm not betting if I don't know the cost.
We should go back to making some money. I don't know. It's probably, I don't know. I
don't grocery shop. I'm an alcoholic.
I was about to say, I don't know.
Shows up. You on a
I don't know how much. I don't know how much a gallon of milk is.
You on a show with a bunch of married men. You know that. We don't know how food. What? It just shows up in the refrigerator.
You know what? I forget I married an adult and everybody didn't. It's my bad. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
But let's bet.
I won't speak for Diallo, but my wife absolutely did not marry an adult.
Or will it be chaos that births new factions and a multitude of people claiming to be the inheritors?
Okay, fair enough. And I will. Okay. I stand on it. We got it on tape.
Pin it. Earmark it. We'll come back to it. I mean, not that anybody is looking for his demise.
No. It's not that. It's the it's the recognition of the inevitability of the cycle of life. And there it is.
Oh, they claim he's 90, but his hair looks 25. So
thank you, Cynical, for the $4.99. And I got chaos.
Whatever that
I got 5 on chaos.
For my that man's hair is black as midnight. It is a Fanta black.
Leave Farrakhan alone. He look good.
No, I didn't say it didn't look good. I'm blown away.
Diallo didn't seen it since all us have.
Really? And if you had decades of different women playing in your hair, it would be looking like that too.
Oh man,
Diallo know what it takes.
I told you, we bringing Dr. Brown down. We bringing her down like Bobby did Whitney. Like she came on here. Like
Whitney was unhinged without Bobby. Let's just go ahead and admit Whitney was unhinged without Bobby.
The disrespect.
That's not what I heard.
Ooh.
And I love Whitney down, but
that's what Common said. Common said.
Okay,
Bobby Brown
Jared,
right there.
are you in charge? Who's in charge? You
I
get
am
men
definitely
together, and
not
ain't
in
nobody in
charge.
charge.
It's usually Geechee.
It's usually Geechee. That's his name. Yeah, Geechee just
Did
abandoned.
y'all
Okay.
Did y'all
Let me
put
do
the
Geechee.
fight
I'll
sheet?
do Geechee. All right. Okay, that's good.
If
All
y'all
right.
put the fight sheet
All
up,
right.
I will take
Skip.
Geechee's role.
Okay, Skip. Hold on. Let me.
Wow,
We're not gonna have
this
Geechee
is
disrespect.
terrible.
These
I do
two
have the
y'all-
fight
We
sheet,
need a Geechee.
and I did my
No.
homework.
Listen,
We need a
okay,
Geechee. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna let you talk. Hold on, Dr. Brown. I appreciate you
Listen.
being here, but let me talk. Okay. Today, Tallahassee Mayor gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum was arrested, and people have been mocking him. People have
like you mocking Geechee. Stop it.
Exactly. This is terrible.
I'm trying to bring some structure to this. This was on the fight sheet.
Let me tell you this. As a person who is a longtime watcher of this show, I appreciate that Skip brought y'all back together, even though it is chaotic a lot of times. Geechee is y'all's diplomat. He is the one who is able to, however, build bridges and keep the train on the tracks a lot of times. So I'm not going to allow you, even though I got a bone to pick with him, I'm not going to allow you to do my boy like that.
I'm trying to do the job he didn't show up to do. He knew Skip was going to be here. He know we owe Skip money for the track, and he just ran out on us.
Listen, all you got to do is show up with your Draco and tell Skip you released from your contract. You gonna do the work that needs to be done.
Listen,
Chicagoan, y'all supposed to be so hard out there.
A lot of my policies align with the liberal Democrats. I get accused of I support gun control. Hell, I support the repeal of the Second Amendment. And if not the repeal of the Second Amendment, I fully endorse strict oversight, background checks, gun locks. I support the hyper aggressive regulation of guns. That's why y'all don't want me to lead nothing. We all be.
I think I'm at the point I would actually agree with that point in all seriousness. I would be for all that, repeal the Second Amendment and all that. And then I would be willing to then have a discussion and a debate with the element of the revolutionary left that would think that I'm giving up our chance to win. But I see Skip's face. But everybody talking to a real Southerner about giving up that Second Amendment is crazy.
38 revolvers. That's the best. A 22 revolver is the only gun you could own.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah,
a 22 revolver. Nah, let me get a 22 rifle too, so I can kill a deer.
You got to at least have a shotgun.
I would ban hunting. 80% of the country would be turned into an eco biodome. If I was president, we'd all have to live within metropolises, population dense public transit metropolises, and the rest of the country would be a biological ecodome surrendered to nature and ecosystem development.
Only if I can keep my AR-15. If I can have that, if I could just keep my AR, then I'm fine.
We would just take the firing pin out of it. You can mount it on your wall for decorations.
Oh.
I just here's the thing. I'm not getting into that argument. I'm not willing to do that. Because Diallo just be trolling. But what I do think is really interesting about the drift for the idea to just kind of the stream that we're on is really interesting to me the ways that an issue as big as gun control is so requires so much nuance. And not that Diallo did this seriously, because I believe that Diallo loves me and respects me, but the way that the idea is typically framed with Southerners are not willing to give up their guns and they'll die for their guns, without recognizing how we kind of got to that particular point. I think it's just a really interesting. It's just a really interesting dynamic, that I don't think we take the argument seriously enough, because there's still a lot of anti-intellectualism when looking at people that live
For
in
sure.
or are from the South. So,
That's
I'm
fact.
feeling it this morning.
Oof.
As a
well, I just
Houstoner.
Are
Is
we-
Texas the South?
okay. So listen,
Oh, you didn't say. Oh my God!
listen,
I'm the South Police.
listen. Big South police, and I don't care who know it, who hear it, and I'm standing on it. The South is a very particular region of America. The South is East Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana.
So Florida
That
and
is the South.
Texas, west of
No.
East Texas, and
Ask him
Florida,
about Georgia.
Wait a minute. Georgia, the Carolinas.
South Carolina.
Told
What
you,
is that
set it
then?
off.
What are they?
We can't do. We
Everybody
can't
out.
do this, y'all. We
He
can't.
What
do
is South
everybody
Carolina?
out.
No, this is its own show. We can't do this.
I
Maryland.
was born and raised under the
Maryland is a
Mason-Dixon
slave
line,
state.
and I don't even get to be Southern. I'm a
Again.
Midwesterner.
You again. Okay. Natalie is in the other room yelling, it's the deep South. You ain't got to put no whatever on my South. My South is the South. You got to put all these other.
So what is it then? What do you call them?
I don't know. I'm not from there. I don't know what them people are. You know what I'm
You got
saying?
your own
Like,
name. I'm not your
yeah.
daddy. I'm not giving you a name.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know you. Like, I don't know you, man. I don't know what you are. But you know what I'm saying?
I told you, man. You didn't set it off. He kicked 90% of the Southerners out of the South.
I mean,
Y'all got to be Midwesterners, New Englanders. Y'all
I don't
just
know
got
what
to
y'all
find
are.
somebody.
But the thing is,
I mean, we got the whole population, but it's not a number.
You live in
state.
North
Okay.
Mexico, Erica.
Don't do that.
listen,
You're not a Southerner. You're a
I
Northerner.
live in South Oklahoma. That's where I live.
Okay.
You are North Mexican.
Midwest. So you're a Midwesterner. Okay. But you ain't no Southern. I told y'all, man, you don't let nobody be a Southern.
because the thing is that y'all second person plural keep allowing people that are not from the South to define the South, and it's confusing to me. Like
Malcolm said, below the Canadian border is the Mason-Dixon.
Okay,
you shaming
Skip,
Malcolm now?
But Skip, what about this though? Like, I'm from Houston. If you know anything about Houston, everybody from Houston, they family from Louisiana. Like, they
yes,
really
that's
from
why
Louisiana.
y'all in the South. That's y'all in East Texas.
Oh, what? Everybody
But
in
I'm
Chicago
saying
from
Houston
Mississippi.
is not
then.
East Texas though. Listen, Diallo, I'm fighting my own fight. I'm trying to get Texas back in.
Well, if
You
I'm-
fight your own
I'm
battle.
always
I'm-
You trying
gonna
to get
Yeah, you
all
do
the
it too much about
Texans in the
trying to
South?
get Chicago. in
Listen.
there.
Everybody
I'm
in
trying to
Chicago
get
from
Texas in.
Mississippi. Everybody. Every time I look up, my wife trying to drag me down to Macomb, talking about her people. I'm like, your people, like you said.
But again, this is the other thing that's hilarious, right? Like, I'm assuming Culture 88 is not from the South. Because you just saying, like, I ain't been nowhere. That's what I'm saying. Is, and I just think that's funny. Like, Houston, Dallas, and I get a lot of pushback on Dallas. But Houston is in the South.
Wait, but Houston is not in East Texas.
Where is Houston?
Houston is not people from Texas don't consider Houston to be a part of East Texas. Like, that's not how it works.
Okay,
You would-
so where is Houston? Because after
Houston
you
is
pass
like
Houston,
Houston
after you
is like
pass Houston, you are out of the
Southeast.
South.
It's Southeast Texas, so it's not East Texas. Is a very particular thing. It is
Okay.
for sure,
So
but Houston not part of it.
once you leave Houston, that's San Antonio, that's El Paso. Like, I don't know what happened over there. Like,
It's like 2 blocks from Louisiana.
It is, but it's Southeast Texas. It is not East Texas.
Okay.
East Texas is like Tyler, Jasper. It is not Houston.
okay, I'm saying East Texas. Okay. So Southeast Texas is the South.
So I get to be Southern.
Yeah, you're from Houston. Houston is a
Okay.
southern city.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna fight anymore. I'm not gonna fight for Dallas. I leave them out.
Yeah. No, I include Houston in the South. Houston is a southern city.
Okay.
like the thing is
I'm
when
back in
people
this.
say,
Whew.
yeah, when people say stuff like, "Oh, it was slavery," it was. Listen, I don't know what you're talking about because you're talking about America. I'm talking about the South.
Ooh.
I'm talking about where I'm from. So yeah, no.
I'm back with you. If I'm included, I'm back with you. Skip.
Yeah, you a Southerner. Yeah, you would never not.
Well, I tried to teach you. Y'all didn't respect my authority.
Yeah,
does
Georgia's not the
Kentucky
South.
count? Kentucky don't count either.
I say it what I say it. No.
Wow,
Okay, I was just
Kentucky's
making sure.
It may be rural. It may be rural. It may be similar in some way, but like that's Appalachia. I don't know what's happening over there. Like when you stop looking at the South as racist white people and you really start looking at the cultural realities of black people in these places.
Well, in that case, if we just going off of that, Vallejo, California is the South.
Oh God.
Them some Southern cats over there, man.
Yeah, where they come from.
Oh, so you can then
but that's everybody then.
South side of Chicago.
First off, everybody don't come from the South. First off,
everybody in this city come from the South.
No.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Because if you go to New York, you got a bunch of people from North Carolina, South Carolina.
Well, right.
Georgia.
I forgot you don't count that as the South.
Chicago.
That's wild.
That's not. Them people not from the South. Chicago. One of the main reasons that I talk about the areas that I'm talking about being the South is because culturally, when we left, those are the places that we went to.
Right.
We didn't go to New York. Our people went to
Chicago. For the next show, can you make us a map? I would, and I'm not trying to be funny either. I want to see the depiction. I want to see the graphical.
Sure.
Yeah. Draw us out a map so we can see what you're talking about.
This is a real thing.
No, I believe you.
I'm absolutely confused by how many people, like it was a dude that was on his job in Baltimore. This man was at work in a hotel and heard me having this conversation. That man stopped working and started cursing at me, telling me that Baltimore was the South. And I told him, I appreciate your willingness to be Southern. There are lots of homes in the South. If you want to move to the South, we will gladly accept you. But until you move, you do not live in the South. Like,
the way I was educated, all states that fought with the Confederacy are the South.
No.
Yep.
They don't have nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm. They literally
call Maryland has a very
the North and the South.
Yeah. And Maryland has a very
He said you got the perspective of an American white man, and he don't.
Right. That's how you get ahead in this society. Shoot, hell yeah.
We're trying to earn our liberation, Skip.
Yvette Carnell said we want to be made white. That's part of reparations. We get to conduct our lives as though we were white.
I consider Dallas the South.
I just need the money now. I
consider Dallas the South, and I get a lot of pushback for that. But I do consider Dallas the South.
But Dallas in North Texas.
See, your Texas is the South.
We got to get your Texas better. How you describing Texas?
Maryland is not East Coast. Maryland is
it's on the Atlantic.
It's the Atlantic coast. It's not the East Coast. The East Coast.
So you see how I don't have a lot of pushback for that because I don't live there. So whatever y'all want to call that place, I'm gonna respect that. But as somebody that lives in the South, I don't get to have no opinion on where my borders are.
And I've actually learned a lot about Maryland recently that I never knew, even though I've for the most part grew up here. And yeah, the Mid-Atlantic region but Maryland has a very diverse. It has a bit of everything. It has the urban and the rural. It's got the East Coast Southern vibe on the Eastern Shore. It's got the Ocean City Beach region. It's got farmland, it's got cities, and then it has that interesting history. And I only just learned this. I did not know this, that the reason the Maryland flag is basically of split design is because it's mirroring some of this history around where it's the only state to be pro-slavery, but not secede and fight with the South.
That's
and that
not
was based.
true. Missouri didn't cede.
But it was
a pro-slave state that remained. That's why Missouri was allowed to keep slaves throughout. After the Emancipation Proclamation, you could legally buy, sell, and trade slaves in Missouri. I believe Kansas.
And so the claim was, at least, that Maryland was maybe one of the. Was it? All right. It was a mistaken claim. One of a few, perhaps, states that was pro-slavery, but not with the South. And it was kept within the Union by physical force and violence. And Lincoln sent troops to put down a white-led pro-slavery rebellion to force Maryland to stay in, because he didn't want the nation's capital be fully surrounded by seceding states. So but again, I'm not going to argue it because I don't know the history of quote unquote my own state that well. But I just thought that was interesting. But definitely not the South, and definitely not the East Coast. So
I just want to use Diallo homeboy argument. You see how they're not talking about Black people and the connections that we have? The only thing that they can say is we was oppressed, so we in the South. Like, no, you just came into contact with white people. That does not make you Southern.
Well, also that Florida's in the southern part of the country. That might cause some people some confusion around.
And what time is it there? What time is it there?
Oh, so is it Eastern Standard Time? It's not the South? Is that what you're saying?
All I'm telling you is we are different people.
And Missouri's in the same time zone as
you. 1 hour different.
We are different people.
That's all it takes.
We do not have. We're not in the same watershed. Like
Mississippi River and Missouri River, they cousins.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got more in common with Chicago than I got with North Carolina. Like, what are we talking about?
Okay.
Well, we going back to Mount.
I am I'm not sorry, because this is fascinating for me, but I did ask the question of is Texas in the South, and now I know what that question does to my man Skip.
Oh, I don't have a Baltimore accent. I was not raised in Baltimore. I was raised out here in the tree-lined streets of Howard County. So I don't sound like I was. I work in Baltimore. I briefly went to school in Baltimore, but I was not raised.
And I asked y'all to take me on a wire tour, and y'all laughed at me.
Because I think Geechee saved your life with that one. It just looked like a money grab setup that you show up for this tour and they give you a tour.
Of the wire, all the significant locations of the wire.
That's
if
what
you
that
came
little
to Chicago, I'd give you a South Side tour for the South Side show. All the landmarks.
But if you sent me a sketchy link with a sketchy quote unquote website that says show up here at 3 a.m. with your $50 and I'll give you a tour.
Yeah,
you was going to take a TripAdvisor wire tour?
Any response?
Is that what he was going to do?
I went online. I asked him and Geechee. I said, I'll be in Baltimore. I'd like to go on a wire tour. And they were like, they laughed at me and mocked me. And so then I went online and Googled wire tours. And it was a website and an email address, no phone number. I sent the email and they never responded.
Here go the problem. Diallo really be on these internets moving around like he not in America, which is a testament to why I can say that people that live in other places not like us.
They're not like us.
They did something in Jackson I had never heard of. Like, they went to a haunted house or something. I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? like y'all get that bored that this what y'all be doing, man? Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Well, I didn't get scammed. I didn't send them no money or information. I just asked them for a tour schedule.
Oh, it's Safari. That's what they was gonna give him one too. He was gonna get the tour.
I would have went too.
Crazy. That he went on TripAdvisor trying to. That is insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they don't go anymore because the show was so old. I think that was at the height of the show.
Okay, can we switch gears? Y'all had pulled up my man Andrew because I have thoughts, but I actually don't know if I can participate in this story though.
Why?
So I think Andrew kind of cute, and I don't know. I feel like my thoughts might not be
Oh, she
not
about to
his
pay
mugshot.
somebody bail.
This is not a good mugshot. That man has immaculate skin. Like, I don't know if
She
have
about
y'all
to put
paid
up some
attention to
bail
Andrew.
money.
Listen,
No,
Andrew.
I've not paid attention to his skincare.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't know. The mugshot.
the mugshot is not good, but I don't know if I just don't feel right, speaking on things. But I have thoughts.
Jail bay.
So I have thoughts too, and I watched a good bit of this in the Angela Rye and the Native Land podcasts and all of that, and I have a few thoughts on that too. And my first is I just wanted to say, God forbid anything happened to me, but if something should happen to me, let me be defended by my podcast comrades the way Angela and Bakari showed out for Andrew.
They don't defend you like that now, and you're not in jail.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. I wish I had comrades like Angela and Bakari. Shoot. Bakari shed a tear. Bakari was crying on camera for my man.
But this isn't the story of a corrupt politician. It's the story of a man struggling with addiction.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the narrative is a little different. Like if he was one of like many of the right wing, the right wing, this is another one of Geechee's things. Like if he's one of those right wings, lock him up and throw away the key type bureaucrats, I think we could have a different narrative. But somebody's on that end.
Look, I have a lot of sympathy for that, and I'm one again, and I think Geechee has some jokes in the notes about it. But I'm full for full legalization, treatment, support. So I have just a lot of sympathy for that. I don't know the exact details or remember the exact details of what he was arrested for or anything like that, but people should not be going to jail for drug abuse. And so, yeah.
But, as a child of two poor addicts, both of my parents were hardcore addicts. When the addict has some prominence, has a name, is a ball chaser or a minstrel entertainer, we tend to begin to be more sympathy. As the same people that go online expressing, we shouldn't judge, and people going through stuff, step over addicts in their neighborhood with disdain every day. So I would like for these sentiments to be more pedestrian. I'm more sympathetic to poor and working class people with these struggles than I am with people who have the facilities and opportunities for treatment. He was already in treatment more than once. So, and I just have class hostilities. Anybody doing better than me is bad.
I'm not mad at that. I agree. And I think, and sort of what my point is that that's my starting point. It's not the famous people. It's the people that don't have anything and are dependent on as much societal support as necessary and deserve multiple chances. Like somebody was in an argument with me a little while ago and was saying, something to the effect, well, how many chances should somebody get? And I was like, as many as they need. Like, what's the problem? Like this, especially in this country and really in this world where there's just an abundance of resources that are just maldistributed. Like, I'm like, if they fall down, pick them up again. And we just keep going until we can, fix all of the, whatever. But so yeah, that was just my thing. Like, and I actually thought, I have never watched Native Land podcast. I haven't seen Angela Rye since she left the Breakfast Club, and I didn't even watch that very often and beyond many clips. I was really impressed with one of the clips Geechee sent where the three of them were having a conversation, like I guess a day or two before Gillum got arrested, just talking about politics and the Democratic Party and socialism. And I don't agree with them, but I was impressed more than I thought I was going to be at the level and the quality and the entertainment of the conversation. And then when I saw the clip Geechee sent about the response to his arrest, I was even more impressed that they showed out for him and were basically saying we support and defend him, and and that's why I was saying, may we all have that level of support from our comrades should we make a mistake here or there. So yeah, I
mean,
yeah.
I
Anyway,
think I would totally expect that they would come to his aid like that, because I mean, even if you think about how they are so supportive of the Democratic Party in general, right? Like how they are so, basically blue no matter. So I think that just kind of is who they are. But I do think, an outsider, it's parasocial. I don't know what they have going on, but they do seem to actually be friends outside of what's happening there. And I agree with you that it is a story of addiction. It's very sad. And I feel like he had all of these like intersections of, there was that time when I think he was arrested before he was found with some pictures and people were, like questioning his sexuality. And then he had to sort of deal with these claims of, is he bisexual or is he not? Things that you shouldn't just have to deal with, right? Just be sexual in the ways you want to be sexual and let that be the thing without any declarations of it. So I have a lot of empathy for him because I do think he has an addiction problem. And I do think he probably has some other things that are going on that he's having to deal with publicly. And I'm sure that doesn't help the addiction. So, and outside of the fact that he has very nice skin, I do feel really bad for him in this situation.
Yeah, one of the things, as a Christian, one of the things that's really challenging for me is being asked what I think of that, and my faith tells me what I'm supposed to think of that. I mean, when Jared says as many times as it takes, like it's 70 times 7, like you forgive, like that's like those are the things that we're called to do. And when our brothers fall, we're called to stand with them. So when Diallo says, I'm more concerned about, the poor and really working class and lower caste folk, is absolutely like, yes. And I'm still able to have enough compassion to recognize that this is still a very sad situation. I don't think, like Jared was saying, I don't think people should be thrown away for having drug challenges. I just don't believe that, and I feel that the text and the man that we are told to follow says that same thing. So like it's a really interesting thing that also, I also think that it's also a really interesting thing to be talking about it almost as if it's separate from him, right? Like we are not fully talking about engaging him as much as we're talking about engaging someone of that stature having this particular thing, because we're talking about it in a very different way than we would, because it wouldn't necessarily be a topic of conversation if we were talking about my neighbor, right? Like
it wouldn't come up.
It would come up if we were talking about my neighbor. So his celebrity should be an opportunity for us to model the ways, to show people the ways that we practice the things that we believe with people that are in our immediate community, right? So when our brother falls off and relapses, we're being there for him and supporting him and her as they go through the things that they need to go through to come back home. Because so many of these folks come back home and then they become worse versions of their addicted selves, trying to maintain really the hatred that we have for people that are dealing with addiction in our personal lives, right? Like really allowing people to come into community and be forgiven and be loved as they are supposed to be, so that they become their full selves, so that they can contribute better to our community and the work that we need to do to free ourselves. Like that's the thing that should be happening.
And I do have to just add real quick, Sorry, Eric, just quickly that like I want to note that on both sides of my family with the diverse backgrounds, both sides have suffered losses as a result of drugs. So like it's just a fascinating, ever-present concern, regardless of various or lack thereof privilege. So, but sorry, Erica.
No, I was just gonna say for y'all that didn't go to church, and I noticed a lot of y'all that counted. Thank you, Skip, for that. I appreciate that.
Well, I have to say my sympathy comes with terms and conditions. I remember when Marion Barry was caught smoking crack, and there was this outpouring because the Republican administration at the time tried to make him literally the poster boy for the crack epidemic, and everybody the black community was defending him, but nobody acknowledged that prior to him being caught smoking crack, he was an anti-drug hawk. He was on some lock him up and throw away the key. He was out there saying, oh, it is the crack trade that's fueling violence, and we need to sweep these drugs. And DC had some of the most draconian drug laws, where they were literally throwing people away over just seeds, weed stems. So whenever somebody, no matter what the tragedy is, I'm sorry, no matter what, whether you get you curb stomped by the cops, you get caught up in drug clinch, I need to know your pedigree. I need to know your prior to being captured or assaulted, what was your public stance and activities related to this issue that you have now fallen victim to.
So
and
on the one hand,
my sympathy come.
So, all right, but my point broadly, at least, is that the issue I am sympathetic beyond Gillum, and then to your point, this is why I'm advocating and would continue to the legalization and a different approach, because then it takes away even the ability for the prior mistakes that you were describing politically to even take place. Mm-hmm. So that would be and then separately, I don't know if we're going to continue on with this, but the discussion that Gillum was having prior to his arrest that that Geechee put on the Stand and Fight sheet with the Native Land podcast was, while I was impressed at the quality and the entertainment of it, I was disturbed by the politics of it. And even in the notes on the sheet, I was saying, like, we're in trouble. That the to the extent that they represent a popular sentiment within Black politics as it relates to the Democratic Party and socialism, and their defense, as was already said, of the Democratic Party, like we on this broad category of the left have a lot of work to do, because that's where I do disagree. So on the one hand, I'm sympathetic with Gillum, think he should be given this all the chances and the support and whatever, but the society that would actually provide that support, he and his comrades want to prevent with their politics. So that was the contradiction that I anyway. So that's where I'm at. Are you pulling this up? Oh, wait.
Well, I can't. It's behind a paywall.
I was just gonna say,
sending me the paywall links, and y'all know I'm out here struggling.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Erica was talking.
Just one thing. I know y'all are marathoners and y'all can do this for hours, but me, I can't. So I didn't know if you wanted to talk about the Ghana stuff. There's really not a whole lot to talk about, not much beyond what y'all have probably already said. But if you did, in a couple more minutes, I'm gonna have to go. It's lunchtime.
Well, if you got to go
here in the South.
Yeah, I don't think we spoke on the Ghana situation.
Did you have any of the emails, Jared? Or
I have. Yeah,
well, not today.
I have
You're talking about the Wakanda in Ghana, right?
Yeah.
Wakanda in Ghana.
Well, yeah, we were going to
Ghana,
build one
Wakanda?
in Senegal, but we canceled the Senegalese Wakanda. Akon canceled that.
Let's see. This is the one that. So is this what you wanted me to share? The breakdown of the.
Sure.
Was there a particular link from it, or do you want me to just pull up the whole email? Because I guess I could do
the
that
email
too.
actually probably has the best overview in terms of the numbers. If you just have the email.
All right, let me pull that up here real quick. Because again, we're talking about Sombra City. This is the
and I'll just give I'll give you a little bit of background while you're doing that. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
yep.
A couple years ago, I was recruiting people for my dissertation research. And the requirements for my dissertation is that you had to be an adult, you had to be Black, and you had to have engaged in some kind of financial education or financial literacy. And so I said, okay, InvestFest, I'm gonna say classify that as financial literacy or financial education. So I went to InvestFest hoping to meet people that I could then recruit for my study, for my dissertation study. And so I think it was like, I want to say it was like $200, $250 or something like that. So paid for a ticket to be able to go to all the sessions and all the, the main stage shows and all that. They actually have like lifetime memberships. I don't know if they stopped doing those, but you could, like, there was a time when you could pay like $10,000 and then that gives you lifetime access to every InvestFest, into perpetuity, however long they have InvestFests. So I go there and then, I knew that Gigi was living in Atlanta. So I was like, hey, I'm going to be in town because I'm doing this thing, trying to recruit people for my dissertation research. So meet me down at the convention center. So we were there, hanging out, going to the sessions, doing all the InvestFest stuff. And from one of the sessions, they talked about how they were having this opportunity for people to buy a home and invest in Ghana. So they're creating this place, Sombra City. And with Sombra City, they have 3 different types of homes that you can get, right? So you could get like a condo, you can get an attached, and then you can get like a fully detached home. And the prices, I think, are like 180,000 USD.
Yeah, and forgive me, I'm using it on the email here. Just putting it here instead of sharing it, just so, because I can't share without all the email addresses showing up. So I was just trying to preserve some degree of privacy, but you can see if folks can see, and I can even hold on, just move myself out the way a little bit. You can see a little bit of the numbers up here. Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, they have 3 types of homes. You can get one for $180,000, one for $275,000, I think, and then one for $450,000 USD. So I went at the convention center, you could go to like a little small presentation, and at the little short presentation, they're telling you about it. They're telling you about how it works in Ghana. So apparently in Ghana, it's not uncommon for people to have to pay their rent a year in advance, right? So for the whole year, you say, this is my rent for the year, and you turn that over. So they're basically telling folks, hey, you buy this house and this is going to be a really sound investment, because the people are going to, if you decide you don't want to live there, right? So you don't actually want to live in Sombra City. You just want to use this as an investment opportunity. People are going to be paying you the rent all at one time at the beginning of the year. So it's kind of foolproof, right? Because you're not worrying about if you're going to get the rent or you're not going to get the rent, because they're going to be paying you the rent at the beginning of the year. And you're going to get all of it for the whole year. So eventually after I signed up on their email list, then I was getting emails, but the email stopped in 2025. So I hadn't gotten anything for about a year. And then like a week ago, I got a new email, and this is that email. So it's like putting 30% down. So I think this is for the $275,000 home. So you put 30% down, right? Which is going to be the $82,500. And then the interest rate is going to be 12% on the loan. And then you're going to pay for this over 10 years. And so that's how they get to this $2,761 a month. And I just think it's fascinating that I don't know who is the market for this. First of all, as I think about if they're trying to entice people into sort of a return movement, but then also positioning it as an investment opportunity, that's kind of counterintuitive, because you can't have both of them things, right? Like if I'm returning home, then I got to live there. But where do they think people get the money for this, right? Like, so if you consider that the average Black family has about $45,000 in wealth, where are they getting the 30% that is needed to put the money down on this? So you want me to finance this opportunity, but then rent it out, and then the rent or the mortgage is still $2,800 a lot. This is a lot of money, whether you live in Ghana or whether you live in the United States of America. So anyway,
and when you say that 12% interest, how does that stack up? Like, is that considered
very high?
Normal?
I mean, it's high in comparison to what you would pay in the United States. I don't know about what the interest rates are like in Ghana, so I can't speak to that. But it's very high compared to what you pay in the United States.
And 30% down on a $275,000 home. Did you say what's the math on that? Is that what? Because that's what you would have to come up with.
$82,000.
That's the 82,000. I see. Yes. I'm sorry.
So
who has
I was just trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Were we all gonna go in on one, or how are we gonna make this opportunity real?
I don't know. Maybe they explained that at the second half of that balloon flight.
We pay Skip off for that intro track. We're gonna.
I told you, get to Draco. He'll let us off. You so afraid of guns. This is why we can't get out. Y'all can't get out the contract.
I'm not afraid of guns. I'm genuinely not. I just you know what scares me is the rhetoric and fallacies around guns.
But let's not get into that. Let's stay on task, Diallo. Let's stay on task.
Who went off? You telling me who went off?
You did.
Right,
but listen,
she did.
No, she did. You did. All right. So this what I'm trying to figure out, because I'm a Southerner, so y'all got to go a little slower for me. We Southerners. So I want to make sure I understand.
First of all, I listen to your lyrics. It's think fast and talk slow. So nobody stop. Nice try.
So what I'm trying to figure out that's super weird to me is I'm gonna give you $82,000. You second person plural. I'm gonna give you $82,000. With this $82,000, I own a house that somebody's going to give me a year's worth of rent for.
That's if I can find somebody to live there. Like, they're not finding the people for you. Okay.
Yeah, but like everybody need a house. Use your common sense. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. So if the house needs a repair, if the air conditioner goes out, like if anything else happens, like how do I account for that?
You don't have to account for that. These are brand new. They building this from the ground up. What do you mean repairs? This is new.
Oh.
Ain't no repairs.
But I find it really interesting where you're like, genuinely, who is in the market? Like what as the demographic that can afford these transactions from the ownership and the rental side of the consumer and the producer side of this. Like, isn't it a relatively small pool of individuals that could entertain these things from either side?
Diallo can't even afford his internet.
That's my question. Like, I don't know who their target audience is, and I want to know who is their target audience in Ghana, if like from the rental side, and who is their target market here, because most people can't pay for this. Most people can't pay for this for their own housing. So I don't know who are we talking
about. A house at $82,000 at 12% interest. Like, if I had to give you 20% of the 80,000, what is it? 10% down. So like having to come up with $8,000 to move into the house in America would be a challenge.
So who are they trying to get to do this?
Maybe they trying to get groups, like maybe if like all four of us went in together, like one of us was suggesting, we gonna all go in together, but instead of it being 4, it's gonna have to be like 100. because 100 people at $800, that give us 80,000, right? Like 100 people at 80,000, that's $100, right?
So we
I don't even think it's
100.
that. The more the way it's reading to me at this point is, especially the way I keep thinking about that balloon flight promo they were taking over Morocco. They're talking. They're not talking to us even at Dr. Brown's level. I think they're talking to this really small amount of people that they know who could actually afford this. And they're hoping to get that small amount of people to populate or do something with this for the grander play of reaching all the rest of their broader audience of what I would call the retail suckers, I guess, at this point. Like they're so they use the big fish to bring in all of the whale to bring in all of the fish. And then they can go and reshoot a promo and have another event talking about the success that they've had with this, that, and the third. Or maybe someone that they've made a little bit of money with will become the investor, as it was this person who is the architect was a previous investor with them at some point, if I remember the story correctly.
Whoa. I want to make sure I understand this because it seems like the lead got buried here.
Uh-oh.
They are building those homes?
Yes.
That's the scam.
Because, okay, so just backing up just very quickly, it's as Geechee was breaking it down, I think last week, it's a former customer participant at a previous InvestFest who worked his way up to the level where he could get Troy and Rashad at the table with a business opportunity. And because he has some prior experience raising funds to build housing in Ghana that have failed, by the way, and he acknowledges losing $5 billion that's how he described it. But he has come back now with this pitch or this opportunity. They're going to build all of this. They had the guy, as I was calling the Temu Bob Marley, who's going to build the health and wellness component of it. It's going to have like walkable trails and vegan food and fruits you can buy in a gym and so yeah, and then they're going to sell these units to again, and then I think it's all going to be used to just re-promote in a Ponzi scheme kind of way their overall business or brand. They're saying they're going to build it. That's why Dr. Brown was saying it's all going to be brand new. Nothing's going to break. You're not going to need a repair. It's going to be brand new.
Bring your own inspector.
That's what I'm saying.
Bring an inspector that you pay.
I was kidding, by the way. Just make sure everybody knows.
Yeah. We know it's jokes, but the amount of ignorance to the home buying process, like all of this, like when y'all like, who are they targeting? They have to be targeting fools. Like I cannot wrap my brain around. How this idea is supposed to work. And I guess that's part of the activity. Because one, like when y'all like, hey, who got $82,000, right? Okay. Even after you get beyond the 80, like all of the other things that it takes, like after you've done this, how are you going to be able to afford the furniture that goes into the house? How are you going to be able to afford to go to the house? How are you going to be able to afford to keep the lights on in the house? Because you don't live there and you don't have a work visa to be there working. Like,
so I have heard, and I don't know, but Ghana has some special arrangements for Black Americans, that's how I hear it, to, to be there, to live there, to be able to work there, in terms of the visa situation. And like, so that can be a thing. But I'm also like, I think people have this desire to go there so then they can live white lives, right? So I can go to Ghana and then I can live a white life there. I can have maid service, I can have butler service, I can have a driver and security, and I can have all of that stuff, and I can go over there and do it. So I think the furniture cost, they're like, boy, it's Ghana. Like that part is easy. And so a lot of those things you're talking about, I think people take for granted that that's the easy part because I'm taking some amount of dollars with me. And so I'm having to.
But there's another component I think we're missing though in these projects that seem to be coming up throughout the African continent. The African diaspora is massive, and in most places you find large African diaspora, we're finding that overt racism, fascism, and just the collapse of the West and the Western empires and the white majority in many of those countries and some with white minorities are going right-wing fascist. It harkens back to the time where Israel greatly profited off of anti-Semitism abroad, selling Israel as a sanctuary. And they actively courted affluent Jews to either come to Israel or send their funds back to Israel. And, in France, a significant and affluent African population, and they said that Le Pen, a fascist, is close to winning. We see in Latin America is showing its hand. The conquistadors are reasserting themselves and their racism overtly. So I do think there is going to be, in the coming decades, a populations of Black people who have both resources and feel threatened or discontent with living outside of Africa because of, MAGA, global MAGA movement. There's a global, racist reassertion. So I do think there might be an emerging market, if it doesn't already exist, of Black people with some level of skill, some level of affluence, and a desire to get the hell out of wherever they live in currently.
All right. So I think Diallo talked about I forgot the order, but I know it was essentially talking about like having a central class analysis, like race first, class second, right? Like really like centering those
ideology second, class third.
Okay, yeah. So race first, ideology second, class third. Well, if those folks are behaving like that with very little, oh, that's crazy. She just got on down.
I was gonna say I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. Well, thanks, Dr. Brown.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
I think she on her way to Ghana.
Yeah, she
gave us a chance to get.
Yeah, she gave us a chance to go.
She was like, she told y'all, listen, this is how much it costs.
Man, she
money
got on down.
Neither one of y'all put up money. I promised them money.
She said they're gonna stay on here and talk shit on this stream. I'm out. I'm about to
get this spot. Her Uber showed up to the airport.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
she on her way to Ghana.
She got out of here. But what I'm talking about is like when y'all bring that particular part of it up, like, do these communities start trying to behave like South Africans?
Yeah, they do.
And then that means that wherever you go isn't safe.
Watching clips of South Africans talk about the Zimbabweans are coming over here and taking our jobs is crazy as fuck, man. It's some of the wildest shit to see South Africans on the local news looking like MAGA Americans is crazy.
Oh, it's no different. Go look at the Dominicans chasing out the Haitians.
Well, I'm used to that. That's.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, everywhere you find Black people, and those Dominicans, I'm talking about the Black. Saying. I'm not even talking about the conquistadors. I'm talking about the Black Dominicans.
I know.
And so what's happening? But you don't remember when Ghana kicked out the Nigerians?
Yeah. No, I know. Everybody.
I mean, that's been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's just real quick to back to this. I just want one more point I wanted to make about this thing that they already told us. EYL, the Earn Your Leisure people told us what they were doing in that promo. I just am slow to put it together because unlike Southerners, I talk fast but think slow, and it was that the I'm proving it right now. They said they used this whole thing as a promo for previous InvestFests by saying that this dude who's the builder for this somber city had worked his way up through successive InvestFests to the point where he could earn enough and be I don't know, worthy enough to sit at the table with Troy and Rashad and pitch this idea. So they're promoting. So they were using this not only as a whatever they're going to do with these investments and land and building, but they were already saying, so all of you come to InvestFest and start building yourself up to the point where you might be in a hot air balloon flying over Morocco with a business deal in Ghana. Anyway, that was it. Yeah.
I have to say, I used to be a major advocate for mass repatriation. Go back home. Let's go back to Africa. Until I read in detail the history of Liberia. And a lot of these type of new developments, whether it is state sanctioned or private development, they all reek of the Liberian resettlement project. So until we are better ideologically aligned and have a real class conscious component, simply, I'm Black, my ancestors from Africa, it's not enough.
Hey, I was in the room. Robert Mugabe told us.
Huh?
I was in the room when Robert Mugabe told us, some of you can come.
Right. And but the ones who are coming, I mean, didn't we see Jay-Z and Beyonce do a tour on the year of return?
Mm-hmm.
You got Akon going to run a huge scam so Black people, just like the Liberian resettlement project, it was a catastrophe that led to many atrocities because Africa is not simply a geographical location. It's a mindset, it's a mission, it's a disposition. And a lot of Black people do not align with that. So I've never been a fan with Black people running there doing capitalism in Africa. It ain't gonna play out no different than capitalism in the new world.
Yeah, I think that's the part of it that's like the most like this guy on drugs part of it to me is you are really like, I mean, I think Erica said it, like you are really trying to get your fantasies off, and Diallo talking about Liberia is like really important. I also would like to add that those people weren't going back. They were not going back to integrate into existing communities. They were going there to be the lead of something, which really goes more into the challenge that race first is a challenge. The statement that race first is a challenge, because that'll get you in the door, but it doesn't get to keep you in the building. And I think in a lot of these conversations, these folks are preying on people looking for solidarity and using them as a captive marketing group. So I'm looking at, all right, they come into this chat, man, it's crazy. Okay, I definitely think this now. They come into these chats, and that's why they always saying to you, well, what's the solution? Because you've gotten all these people into a particular thing, and what you're telling me is you're not trying to sell them nothing. You're not trying to extract as much as you can extract for them, because community has no purpose without extraction. Like, they don't see the way any of this stuff can work together, because there is no value in togetherness if that value is not something they can package and get a piece of fiat for. So, yeah, the more things I think about this, I'm a hold until I can workshop and get a little tighter today. But yeah, that's absolutely what I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. Simply sending a bunch of mental black folks back to Africa ain't going to address. It might exacerbate some problems, but it won't solve any. And as Dr. John Henry Clark says, you can't run an African economy if you can't operate a candy store in Harlem.
No doubt. It's all happening.
And you notice, as Skip alluded to, the ultimate goals of the Back to Africa crowd is identical to the ADOS and FBA. Let's hunker down and down crowd. You know, so they have more in common than they disagree. They kind of just in dispute about where they should run their hustle, not how.
Yeah, that's it. They are confused about where to run the hustle, not if they should be running it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, weakest of the week. Let's who is nominated for weakest of the week?
Well, I mean, there would be Earn Your Leisure, Lindsay.
I mean, he can't even breathe.
I was going to say, if you can't even survive,
he's waiting to exhale. That's weak. That shit weak.
That's weak. If you can't even make it through the week, then yeah, that's pretty weak. Yeah.
So it's Earn Your Leisure in Sabra City, or just Earn Your Leisure?
Either one. I see a Jay-Z nomination.
Yeah.
Perennial.
You don't know what he did, nominee. Did you?
I don't know what he did.
You didn't get your fan club newsletter? No. You didn't hear his
all I heard was he had successful performances at Yankee Stadium.
You didn't hear about the freestyle.
You know what I did see though? I will say this though. I noticed this, and I actually didn't pay it. I did mean to follow up on this, but I didn't. I saw an interview a couple weeks ago after the Roots picnic, where Dame Dash went on this whole thing about Jay-Z. I need you. You know, the culture demands that when you show up at Yankee Stadium, you have your hair cut, your outfit back together, and that you have your ball cap back on, your Yankee cap back on. And I noticed that he did. It looked like that's what Jay-Z in fact did do.
So it's mockery.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. And then, so I don't know, but I don't know anything. But what I did think was that this is again being presented as success and a heroic moment and a 30-year anniversary. And he's returning for multi-night performances at Yankee Stadium, and all the stars are coming out. And the very communities that produced that art form are just as broke as ever, can't afford to go to Yankee Stadium. And
I thought it was in Madison Square Garden. That's too small.
No, that's too small. And he did that already.
Yeah, I know.
So, so I just was thinking again, this was just for me yet another.
Jay-Z and his fans then, because people propping him up, or just Jay-Z? But did you hear that Jay-Z said, we can't criticize him for his deal with the NFL, and we can't criticize him for his deal with Target because we used Facebook and Instagram. So since we have propped up Mark Zuckerberg, and we prop up, if you have a social media account on any other platforms, then you're just as bad as him, taking millions of dollars from the NFL and subverting Black people's attempted protest. Did you hear that freestyle? That we're all hypocrites?
No, but I'm not. But I thought he said something similar in an interview, but I didn't hear the freestyle.
Yeah, he did a freestyle that essentially said, how you going to criticize me for taking Target's money when you have an Instagram account? And he said that we are all engaged in selective outrage when we criticize him, but we prop up white billionaires. We hate him for being billionaires, but yet we patronize white billionaires. You order shit from Amazon. I thought that's why you put him up for weakest of the week.
No, I saw it in the chat. That's why.
So we got Earn Your Leisure,
Treasonable doubt. Wow, that's well done. Well done.
We got Earn Your Leisure. We got Jay-Z. I wanted to put up those folks that were posting the pictures of themselves.
Yeah, man. Can we at least show that, man? What is going on here?
There's been black people been running around asserting that.
Are you going to pull it up?
Yeah, I'll try to. I put it in the.
I got it right here. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Because I was. So this is somebody's actual post. Decided to post about all white people.
I've seen almost a dozen of them, like 9 or 10 of them, and
they're saying there's no racism. Like, what's wrong with white people? Is basically what they're saying. Or there's nothing wrong.
Behind this trend is that black people were saying stay away from white folks because of that young man,
the brother that got killed.
Yes. And so they were saying, well, I was hanging out with all white friends, or all my friends are white and I'm still alive. And then they tie that into to say, well, you're more likely to get killed by a black person than a white person. And white people treat us better than we treat our own kind. Therefore, this whole thing of mocking him or asserting that there was a viral video that preceded that where a black mother says, I don't allow my children to have white friends or dwell in predominantly white spaces. And so,
because it says here, I only had beef with the girls who looked like me.
Exactly. Wow. So I had seen over a dozen of these type of photos of people putting up a version of that commentary. White people treat me better than my own people. White people are safer than black people, and you're safer around white people than black people are safer in white spaces. And so we're just blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Or it wasn't even about race, and white folks are better than we give them credit for. And they would accompany that with themselves being the only black person in a photo with all whites. That is a trend that was on the socials. So, but what do I call that? Just them folks? Them folks are the only blacks. So that's
the only blacks is crazy. That's a good one.
But that's what I don't know. I don't think they've given themselves a name. They're a new black community, a new black demographic. Just
well, Brittany has spoken.
Well, you get to vote on it. This unlike Sierra, unlike Ibrahim Traore, we support democracy. We think that the common folks should have a say. So Jay-Z,
I'm probably, you know what, I need to propose that we look into this and relitigate at least some of this. I need to catch up to what's going on in the Sahel and get the latest, because I don't necessarily agree that I don't just necessarily agree, but I'm not prepared. I think as Skip said in more profoundly a few minutes ago, I'm just not prepared to litigate that at the moment. So I'm gonna go do some workshopping and get caught up. But off the top, I'm not moved by the let's throw him in the anti-democracy bag and just.
He jumped in there of his own volition.
But maybe it's but I'm not entirely.
That's where you want to be at.
But I'm not entirely sure I disagree. That's all.
I just want to know. I just need us two things from this show: treasonable doubt, goat phrase.
Who did that though? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I did. Treasonable doubt.
No.
Treasonable doubt and the only blacks. The only blacks is man.
It is bars.
Listen.
Now listen.
Listen. The only blacks and treasonable doubt. Yeah. That treasonable doubt might
treasonable doubt is I hate if Diallo deserves the credit. I hate to give it, but I will.
I put that on.
And I'm with the vote. I'm with the chat on the vote too.
Hey, listen,
them folks,
Bro Hampson,
were the only blacks.
If you got some fire, like we got a thing that we cooking over here. So like. If you got fire, holler at me.
How do you deal with that when if somebody sends you something and you don't like it? Or how do you deal with that?
I just tell them I don't like it.
Who sent you something and you didn't like it?
No, I'm just curious.
I'm a socialist. You send me anything, I appreciate it.
No. I'm talking. I was just, because
you see that underneath. I put this is from.
Oh wow, he is finding the receipts on Treasonable
3 weeks
Doubt.
ago. That's the show we were talking about. We did a whole show called Treasonable Doubt.
Oh wow, you even did. I didn't even catch that. All right.
Well,
no, congratulations, man. That's dope.
I mean, you act like y'all talk about me not looking at.
Yeah, Treasonable Doubt.
The internet got him.
Yeah, Treasonable Doubt is.
It is. And the Only Blacks is not far behind.
The Only Blacks is only not getting mentioned because of Treasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. You Only Blacks got some coming.
I think that's one of the strongest demographics.
Listen,
they're the loudest voice.
I've always said, and I don't know, I want to feel sorry for them because I know that there's zero chance that they cannot be suffering. And I know there's zero chance that they're not getting dealt with wave after wave of at best, at minimum, I should say, microaggressions. So but this whole thing of, anyway.
I feel sorry for the children whose parents put them in that position, but as for the adults who go there voluntarily.
Yeah, I guess however anyone ends up in a situation where they want to be the only black and that they're saying with all this happiness and full chested, happiness that not only am I happy to be the only, but I know I'm here safer. I'm more safe
to brag about, right?
And I don't know what happened with this dude and his experience, but and to be saying it in response to someone being killed or left for dead. I don't know what the details are.
When I tell you that we know exactly who they talking about when we be like the only blacks, we know exactly who we talking about, and I just think that right there.
But they shameless. They love it. Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm surprised Cinnamon Doodoo didn't get more votes though.
Cinnamon Doodoo. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only his closest friends call him that.
That was Dame's line, right? Didn't he say that? He said his breath smelled like cinnamon doo-doo because he just put Big Red in it. Choose Big Red. Like,
I don't know. I thought that was. I'm not a Jay-Z fan, so I don't know what.
I admit it. So as we were giving, I said up until the Black album, everything up until the Black album.
You're currently a fan.
Up until and including the Black album, yes, I am.
Okay.
Everything in his Sean Carter career, I have not either listened to at all or been much of a fan of at all. But I've said, as I've asked for grace, people recovering from various other substances, I'm asking for grace in this one here too, because I don't defend it. Yeah. I'm not proud of it either. I'm just being honest.
His nonsense.
No,
I never accused you of defending his nonsense. You just funded it. That's what Jay-Z. You buy one record. I mean, I made Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg a billionaire. According to Jay-Z's logic, you bought some private jets.
I did. I bought every album, including the Black album. I bought every mixtape. I bought at least one live show ticket.
You're economically culpable for all
I
he
am.
does. According to his logic.
Now, to his logic, right.
I wouldn't have went that far with you, but if I'm
because I also have an Instagram account, so
if I'm responsible for all that shit Bezos is doing because I go to Whole Foods, then we all go.
It's basically the same.
Yeah, we basically the same guy.
We just all equally guilty.
Right.
Oh my god.
So man, this is the biggest blowout we've ever had for weakest.
I think so. I don't think we've ever seen a victory like this. 95%.
Wow.
How many votes though?
How many votes? You get your last. I think people just gave up.
It doesn't say.
It don't tell us the total votes.
It should. Yeah.
35. One, 35.
There's only 37 votes.
So
38 votes.
Yeah, I don't know how to vote.
You just type a number in the chat.
You got to be in the chat and then you type a number.
Type
Oh.
Actually, so I can vote too. I mean, let me vote real quick. Who am I voting for?
I know who just anytime.
I did want to go through before we got out of here. I think somebody calling me a foundational Southern New African.
Oh, yes.
I thought that was really good.
Now that's it. You're foundational Southern.
Hey, so yeah, like get ready to start reading this. Foundational Southern New African. I thought was hilarious.
You an SDOS, a Southern descendant of the South.
Yes.
You SDOS up in here.
Born of Africa say draw his own borders, do the white people like they did us. Absolutely. I thought that was really funny.
We know if it's another civil war, we know which side you fighting on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope y'all fighting on that side too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on the side with the white folks that got the nukes.
This
white
right
folks
here
have another civil war, whichever, because I don't want them either to win. I just want to survive it. I don't care who wins.
Well, no, we want both of them to lose. We need a 100-year plan to gain power among our people and land and a land and economy. That's what intellectuals are for. I think that's really important, and that ties into this family reunion. Let's take Friday's show, Diallo, to talk about just that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What, family reunion?
Yeah, like so that thing that we bringing together, that I invited you to in Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the gathering, the first 3 rows of seats are for Southern blacks. It's going to be a segregated, but this time it won't be racial segregation. It'll be regional segregation.
Northerners in the back.
Yeah, it'll be a Southern hierarchy.
Northerners have to sit in the back of the bus.
We have a little kitty table in the corner.
Fountain for us to drink out of.
Yeah.
Little sippy cups.
And the only black
Southerners got wine glasses, crystalline wine glasses.
Yeah, and the only black not wealthy.
I think we should protest outside.
But yeah, I just think
Northern, hear me roar.
I just think it's super important. I just think it's super important for us to really start talking about the things that we want to see, and how to start defining those things. And how to start defining the terms so that people have to talk to us and not they can talk around us to somebody else. Like I think we should be able to have a very clear platform of the things that we believe and the things that we hold essential. Because I think without it, people can say they're us without doing anything that requires them to be that. So I think being able to really define ourselves clearly is a benefit that we don't know will be essential for the people that come after us in this fight. And I want people like y'all present when we're trying to figure out what that thing is. So, the thing that we're building in Richmond is going to be a place for us to do that. Lawrence is coming. Leads a beautiful struggle. He's confirmed that he's coming. Jared says that it's likely he'll be there. So just knowing as we get closer to the date, we'll announce it. And we want people that want to be a part of that conversation to kind of be there present with us offline doing this thing so that we can start really defining some parameters for the way that we're going to be moving forward in the future.
Right on.
Okay. All right, brothers. I appreciate y'all.
Likewise.
You reach out to Dr. Brown
Likewise.
and see which one of y'all offended her.
Yeah, I'll do a check-in real quick.
Yeah, that's crazy. She got on down.
Have to be some repercussions. Shout out to them folks, the only blacks, for winning the weakest of the week in a blowout, in our biggest blowout.
Hey, congratulations! Yes,
since we started weakest of the week. Yeah, those images were crazy, man. And I just kept seeing them pop up. That shit was crazy.
Yeah,
I'm speechless still about it.
The Only Blacks is crazy. Like,
I'd rather be an Only Black than cinnamon doodoo, though.
Yeah, no. Man, I'm telling you, like, bro, listen, a lot of things is problems, but like, man, like how your lineage recover from that, like for the rest of your life. Like, think about this. If at some point something happened and y'all like, hey, here go your granddaddy, and you show a picture of my granddad being the only black, like it's gonna be hard to bounce back from that.
I have to purge I have to check my socials and my photo box. I don't know.
Yes.
That's very real.
It's not too late, y'all.
Yeah.
Purge this records. Delete that footage.
It's not too late. God,
man, Only
All right, man, we'll put the thing on the thing.
All right, I'm gonna put
Peace,
this thing on the
everybody.
thing, man. Thank y'all for coming through. Like, share, subscribe. Let me give a shout out to our benefactors.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And get this debt up off, man. Maybe Skip will return Geechee to us if we can just
hey, and if y'all in the crib, pull up. I'm about to throw some wings on the grill. Jared,
do you want me to come protest that too?
I wish.
Who protested? I don't even have to make new signs for it. I got a goddamn protest sign for every offense.
When I do, we will do this though. We will when the day comes that I break my veganism on Skip's Grill. We will do that live on EYL.
Let's do it.
I'm sorry, it's soy in, soy out. Ain't no breaking veganism. Don't make us have.
I gotta get jumped. I gotta get jumped to get some wings.
It's soy in, soy out. You know that. Ain't no breaking. All right, oh wait, I gotta put the thing on the thing. Hold on.
Put the thing on the thing.
It's on the thing. All right, we out, y'all.
Oh, I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised. Y'all been in church 2 hours and you're expecting to see heaven out here, and there ain't no heaven. You're still right here on the black man's truth. No, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. You've been down on your knees the last 2 hours, haven't you? Begging some God to help you in the hereafter. But the hereafter is right now, brother. The hereafter is here and now.
We a series of amendments and leather African pendants, handguns and incense. Liberation's expensive. Earned by studying love, books and bloods, the crooks and thugs, the capitalist loves. They the enemies of the people because the words written replace where the innocence was. Searching for knowledge to escape what ignorance does. So we earn liberation by rejecting what was.
You got to earn your